Pickets, or balusters as they're usually called, are the small vertical bars and hand railings and balcony railings and stairway handrails. Today I'm making vine pickets, which have vines and leaves woven around the central baluster. Vine and leaf motifs are popular in my region of Iowa currently, and these particular pickets that I'm making now are going to be installed on a balcony and stair rail by another shop. The railings are being made for a new home near Des Moines, Iowa. The rods that make up the vines are 3/8 inch round steel with a surface texture that makes them look similar to an ivy vine that commonly grows on the side of buildings. The vine rods were preformed by passing round rods through special dies in a rolling mill in another shop. You've probably noticed already that I'm holding two separate rods together under the air hammer. This was for a couple of reasons. Forging two rods simultaneously allowed me to greatly speed up the forging process, and it also made forging these small, delicate rods much easier for me because I'm accustomed to forging larger, heavier bars and tend to use the throttle very heavily. Chalk marks are obliterated when the iron is heated to a red heat. The scale that forms when the iron is heated red flakes off, and so the chalk mark disappears. So in order to be able to see where I want to cut the iron, I first mark them with chalk, and then I'll strike those marks over the corner of the anvil, and that makes it easier to find where I want to cut. Here you can see me making the finials, and then immediately afterwards wrapping the vines around the balusters. Some of you watching this video might be wondering why I don't wear gloves. This is for a variety of reasons. Gloves interfere with the work, they make it difficult to hold the hammer or tongs properly, and a blacksmith really needs good hammer control and positioning. Gloves just don't allow for this. The finial is heated to red before beginning the wrap, and after clamping the finial together with the baluster bar and the vise, I begin wrapping the vine around the baluster, striking the hot parts of the first wraps with a hammer or scroll wrench to tighten any wraps near the finial that don't begin wrapping tightly enough. The rest of the vine doesn't need to be quite so tight, but the first wraps below the finial do, and after starting the wrap, the rest of the vine can then be wrapped cold. As work progresses towards the bottom of the vines, it becomes more difficult to wrap, so I pick up a large scrolling wrench and use the eye of the handle to twist the vine rods around the baluster. The large eye in the wrench allows me to bend the vine rods easily and leaves no marks on the iron. After the vine is wrapped, I reheat the finial to a red heat and close it tightly against the baluster. Here you can see me finishing up the tail end or bottom of the vines, and this is done at a red heat. Every vine was finished differently. We didn't want a machine-made look. Every vine wrap picket needed its own character and personality.